It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder facing the New York Knicks. High post, Nurkic. Obviously, both these teams love to attack the glass, rebounding, so that stat, Greg, could end up being a deciding factor here tonight.
There aren't going to be any free second chances tonight. These squads need to be ready to get physical and fight for every single possession.
Here's Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Count that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander creative and tricky on that play.
And so White will bring it up for the Knicks. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And again, New York turns it over. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And the layup is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more comfortable where he can score on the floor.
And it's White missing. And here are the Thunder now.
And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
Pass to Holmgren. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all three looks.
Here's Grimes. He's guarded by Johnson. In the corner, it's Toppin. Offline with his three. The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city. And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
White goes in. Pass to Sharp. Out to White. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Knicks making a switch here.
Substitution for the Knicks. Coloco. Anthony Simons.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Over in the corner, Dort. Kicks it out to Johnson. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And Adams with the slam.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Grimes. They need this. And Holmgren pulls it down. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Sharp. And Adams sends it back.
Well, the size of Steven Adams one thing, but persistence is another.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Simons. That's tipped.
already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. And here is Simons. Inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For New York, they have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. That one good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the game.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
If you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
4 seconds left. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such growth in his first year, continues to show he's learning this game.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Oklahoma City. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here as we get underway once again. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
On the attack right from the tip. They've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Oh, the leaping ability of Sharp becoming a factor. This rookie flies up for the alley-oop.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Giddey has been attracting admirers, including LeBron James. The King said he's really, really good. He has a great pace about the game, great vision. Josh is one of those kids who can definitely see the game a lot quicker than most guys out on the floor. And he's showing it. Just been playing beautiful basketball. Kevin, that's high praise.
It is both amazing passes. David, thank you.
Well, weighing around 290 pounds, not sure contact is really going to affect Nurkic.
Pass to Williams. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on White. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big game. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Here's Sharp. Misses the 3. The Thunder leading by 15. Pass to Alexander Walker. Down low. Here's Anderson. And here's Bradley. Here's Alexander Walker. The Thunder with another miss. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display. And this Thunder team in desperate need of a veteran. Someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guys.
Here's Alexander Walker. It's on target from the high post. And the Thunder lead by 15. Pass to Sharp. Now Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. So now, how does Oklahoma City, Greg, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but experienced players to fill out that roster.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Five on the clock. To the paint. The kick out to Williams. Knocks it loose.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Here's Nurkic. And the Knicks miss again.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
To the middle. Here's Alexander Walker. Left side, Anderson. Here's Bradley. Outside, Williams. From deep. Rebound by Nurkic. Knicks trail by 13. Kennard on the wing. Off target from three-point range. And so here is Oklahoma City. Pass to Alexander Walker. To the inside. Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Here's Giddey. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Williams missing again.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
The shot's good.
Simon's playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in great rhythm.
Here's Alexander Walker. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Releases. And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
That's a big round of applause.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Now Giddey. And the rebound by Nurkic. You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job of drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past. A few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
So the wing on the left. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. The Thunder leading by 14. And that one is off. Great D that time from Nurkic. Pass to Sharp. Inside. And it's Tony Bradley with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And it's Sharp missing. Here's Alexander Walker. Banked in off the glass. Alexander Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team. We continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David, thanks. A guy who hasn't played a lot of ball, Sharp, though, has all the all-star tools they think available to him.
An exceptional shot maker from outside. He's got great vertical bounce, almost a 7-foot wingspan, and he is relentless in his attack.
And, Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
Going forward, the Thunder have a ton of draft capital for them to put a lot of first-round picks either to play for themselves or in play to make some significant trades. Lots of flexibility there.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Alexander Walker. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Alexander Walker's got 10 points in the game. And Oklahoma City, with all those picks, Brent, should be interesting to see how they use them.
Yeah, and that process has already started in the 22 draft. They used some of that capital to line up some players they have on their current roster. So it's really interesting at some point what it is that the front office does to say, this is our team, and this is who we're moving forward with.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And the Thunder with some changes. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
13 foul.
1:33 left in the third. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire. The three-pointer no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Shai at 6'5" is such a tough defensive assignment, has great handle, and he can do some damage from anywhere on the floor.
To the middle. It's stolen by Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Simons with the ball. Now defended by Adams.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Driving in. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, we've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
Here comes your City Actors, everyone. Get loud for them.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Rose with the ball for the New York Knicks. It's stolen by Bradley. Anderson outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's the three. Knicks with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Rose. Now, here's Achua. Here's Hartenstein. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Bradley. Anderson outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Well, another thing that has really stood out is just their effort defensively. Active hands, jumping the passing lanes, racking up steals. That's been impressive.
And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge.
Pass to Grimes. There's the three. That one, no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
The rebound by Sharp.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Shot clock at 6. Back to White. New York needs to get off a shot. Toppin. And he can't bank that one in. To the paint. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. White with the defensive effort. So it's the Knicks now. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good that time. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Nurkic trying to get something going. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The NBA announced its 75th anniversary team last year, Brent, with a lot of fanfare attached to it. What'd you think of the list?
I thought the list was pretty good. You can always argue a few guys should have been on it, and it's probably a tough pill to swallow for current guys who have had tremendous careers to this point, guys who have played 8 or 9 years that didn't maybe make this particular list. I'll tell you this, Kevin, in 25 years, there'll be another list.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Nurkic misses, and the dry spell continues. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Giddey. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team.
Meant for me.